What is Theory X and Theory Y? Well, this is a management theory proposed by theorist Douglas McGregor. And what he said was that there's an assumption that management is charged with the responsibility of ushering through the value process. And to do so, it's necessary for the manager to motivate employees as part of the process. Now, in doing so, a manager has to recognize that behavior of an employee is based upon the employee's attitude. That is, behavior is not related to a trait, rather it is something related to their emotional state, that is their attitude. Now, managers can motivate by choosing a correct or the appropriate management style that meets the employee's attitude at a given point in time. So with this being said, MacArthur proposed the theory of X and Y. Theory X describes the employee as being one who's unmotivated or lacks motivation and needs a higher level of direction, where Theory Y focuses on a motivated employee, an engaged employee who needs less direction, who needs more participation and reward to be incentivized. So let's look at these individually. So first, let's look at Theory X. So Theory X says that employees are lazy, they're not motivated, they tend to avoid responsibility, they're self-centered, they're not ambitious, they don't care about the organizational goals, and in order to effectively manage them, you need to do so through a directive or authoritative style of management. Okay, so give employees specific directives, tie rewards specifically to their conduct, or have negative reinforcement that you'll take away a positive thing, or even punishment in the event the employees don't perform to a certain level. So you have to be very proactive in this way to, in a sense, motivate the employee. Now, this also requires a high degree of control. That is, you are supervising the efforts of the employee in order to make sure things are being done correctly, because once again, the employee is not inherently motivated. Theory Y says that employees are self-motivated. They do seek responsibility. They don't necessarily dislike the task or roles that they're playing, and they can be largely self-directed. So leaders, in managing them, must try to be as participative as possible to get buy-in from them, to get them involved in not only the doing process, but in the planning process as well, such that they have a sense of understanding, ownership of what they're doing, and they understand fully the objectives or goals that are sought to be achieved by undertaking those efforts. These types of employees also respond to rewards, though the type of reward that the employee might seek is different based upon their nature. So once again, the unique aspect of this theory is that it groups employees into types based not upon traits but upon attitudes, and then a manager can be effective in managing either of these types of employees by choosing the right management style. Now, a Theory Y employee has more potential for effective and proficient execution of their task and responsibilities, but a Theory X employee can also be motivated by a manager choosing the right management style that meets their attitude. So this is McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y and how it pertains to organizational behavior and management.